Paul, 2-0 win against Taunton Town here tonight. In terms of games I've watched, I don't quite know how to describe that one, but how are you feeling after that?
Yeah, drained. It was fantastic to get 3 points, but it was a crazy game of football, like you say.
Yeah, it was, I think, a frustrating one for both teams at certain points. A lot of flash points, the red cards. What do you make of sort of the whole drama of the game?
Well, I think if we just go through, I think early on, I think there were a couple left on us that, you know, that was obviously a little bit, I think that was obviously a bit of the game plan. You've got to accept that when you're top of the league. People want to disrupt you, people want to disturb your rhythm. And I thought after that little bit of a spell where 2 staff were sent off, I thought then the boys kept their calm very well and settled in and got right on top. Perhaps should have gone ahead in that spell really in the game. And then, you know, we came out okay second half. We didn't create too much, and then obviously the red card is disappointing. Jack's got to do a little bit better there. You know, it's happened previously. I don't think he needs to make the foul after giving it away. I think we've allowed ourselves to get involved with a couple of people who've wound us up during the game there, and so, you know, fair play to them. And then after that, I thought the players were very, very good. I don't think we coughed up too many chances. I thought our shape was very good. We kept it in front of us. And then, you know, Kane stood up and gone and won a pen, and Rick's bravery to take it in that moment there against a very good goalkeeper who knows where he's going to go, knows where Rick's best pens have gone. To then wrap it in the net is top draw.
Yeah, and just following on from that red card, obviously it felt like it changed the game slightly from that point, but the boys done really well to dig in there. And there's been a lot said about the attacking quality of this side, but the defensive side they showed there was really impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. The boys worked their absolute socks off. It did change the game. It changed the game massively. Obviously, momentum was big with us, and it changed. The momentum was with them. And they've got some good players, and they're a good team, and they're getting better and better with the players that they're signing all the time. You know, so we had to keep our shape. We had to be disciplined, and I thought we did that really well. We worked the front two everyone worked their socks off. But there was a couple of times where Kane did drag us up the pitch, winning the ball, carrying the ball, and then there was a bit of quality to win the penalty as well. So, and then Rick to go and stick it away. So, look, delighted, fantastic to get those 3 points and keep the winning run going under the circumstances that we found ourselves in the second half.
And even though it was really dramatic, obviously 2 90-plus minute goals from Ricardo, that's 22 games unbeaten now. So how pleased are you overall with how today has gone?
Yeah, so pleased. 22 games is fantastic. We've talked about we just want to keep it going. We want to fight for it, and I think you could see that when we were down to 10 and when it was 0-0, the boys were fighting to keep that unbeaten record going. And then what we got at the end is a bonus. It's a massive bonus, but really we were determined to try and keep them out at that point. And the boys did that, and that's 3 clean sheets in our last 4 games. So that's something that we needed to add, and Rick steps up when we need him most.
I feel like there's been sort of a sense of frustration around the club over the last few weeks over the FAW news and joining in the Cymru Premier. Obviously the plans for the vote is to finish tonight. Will it be nice now for you and the players just to sort of get that vote out of the way and focus on what has been a very impressive season?
To be honest, I don't think it's touched the dressing room at all. I don't think it's touched the staff and the players. We want to win a league, and that's what we're focused on. That stuff going on in the background I've certainly not noticed anything where it's affected us. We haven't even spoke about it, to be honest. So it's exactly the same for us now this week. We're prepared for Marlow and for Basingstoke Saturday, Tuesday next week.
And just to give you a chance to give a shout out to the fans today that really kept the players going even in those difficult moments, down to 10 men, where it looked like the team were not happy to hold on for a point, but in games like that sometimes it's needed.
You need to, yeah, and you're absolutely right, they did. They kept singing, they kept supporting, and that kept the players running. Kieran was running like I've not seen him into the 80th minute, you know, having to just creep across the pitch. I'm really, really delighted with it's the players today. They've taken that 3 points, and I can't, speak highly enough of them.
We move on to next weekend now, away to Marlow. The team obviously bottom of the league, but we know there's no easy games in this division. What are you expecting from that test next week?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They've won today. They've won 5-2 at Chertsey. So, look, every game in this league is tough. We obviously won't have Jack, so we'll have to look at what happens there, and we'll go and prepare. We know we're going to have a tough test. We'll prepare for them in exactly the same way we do any other game.
And just a final one from me then. We know Cole was meant to start today, obviously was dropped to the bench due to a slight injury. Can you say any more on that?
Yeah, it was a slight strain in his quad and his hip flexor. He felt it in training this week. We thought he'd be good to go. He felt it like he wasn't 100% fit at the start of the game. Like a couple of movements would have been difficult for him. So we with Jay being 100% fit, we made that change. And then Cole was, having had re-warmed up, he was happy to, he knew his limitations, and he was happy to go on for 10 minutes, defend set pieces for us and help us see out the game.
That's great, thank you very much.
Cheers.